Here we go.
I'm good right here.
That's not this type of show.
You look wonderful. Big breath.
Feel like Grandpa. Hi, everybody. Hi. Woo. Jelly, sit down. Hi. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you. I'm alive. I'm alive. Thank you, everybody. Have a seat. Welcome to the show, everybody. Yes, I'm not dead. Please welcome my good friend. It's Miss Shannon, everybody. Hello, Miss Shannon.
You look 100 times better. Welcome back.
Thank you.
100 times better.
Yeah, I posted a thing on Facebook, you know, because I have this show and the radio show, and people wonder, and if I'm not here, and I've been sick for a month. Did someone just fall up there? Okay, everyone's okay? Okay. The audience is drinking already, Shannon.
Yes.
I wish I could join them. Yeah. But no, here's the deal. Here's the truth. You guys know this. I have literally had a cough. It turned into the flu, then it turned into a sinus infection from December 17th through last weekend. And as I said on Monday, the kick of it is I started feeling human last Friday, actually a week ago today. I thought to myself, oh, this is great. I don't really have a cough anymore. I'm not drinking Theraflu like a cocoa, you know what I mean? Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't clap yet. Yeah. So I started feeling decent. So all weekend, I was like, wow, this is what human beings feel like, you know? And so I went about my day, my weekend, and then Sunday, we were putting away finally our 8,000 Christmas decorations.
Right.
And so we're moving boxes and anyway, but nothing strenuous. You know, I'm 44. I mean, I can move a box. So then about 7 o'clock that night, I'm not joking, I had a pillow and I went to throw the pillow on my couch and I went to cough. I had one little cough because the cough was gone. Had one cough. And I'm not joking, it sent me to the floor in pain. I had a spasm, it was like a spasm, or it pulled a rib muscle right about here. It pulled the muscle away from my rib, and it sent me right to the ground.
Yeah.
And Colin thought I was messing around. I was not messing around. I ended up going to the emergency room that night. And I got to tell you, we'll get to the hot dish, but I haven't had I got to tell you, I haven't seen a human being in a week. I'm excited just to see people.
Jason, I just got to tell you, I feel for you, but part of it is because you and I are the same age. And the first time, anybody who's our age or older, the first time you have that first, I think I just hurt myself by being old.
Yeah, I know.
You're like, dang it.
I know. So
just age just hurts you. Like, it's very disheartening.
I know. So I'm in the emergency room at HCMC, and God bless those fine people that work at 11:30 at night. They were, I mean, you know what I mean? They're so nice. Ooh, here comes a cough, and it's going to be a little painful.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what the vodka's for. I don't even care if I get in trouble today. Anyway, but no, I'm in the emergency room, and they were so nice, and I didn't know they worked in teams. I was telling our executive producer, Jeff, I saw 80 doctors, and it was like they work in teams, and then all of a sudden, the woman looks at me and she says, we're going to take you down for an x-ray, Mr. Matheson. Go ahead and put the smock on. So I had to put one of those hospital robes on where you're naked in the back. So I'm sitting there, and they went to close the door, and then the door wouldn't close all the way, so it reopened, and I'm sitting there like this, and this nurse comes in with the computer. He has to register you in, and he comes in, he goes, birth date, and I'm like, 8/5, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, last name, I go, Matheson. He goes, place of employment. I said, Fox 9. He goes, I knew it! And I go, oh, this is the... going to the bathroom and the emergency room naked. I don't want to be recognized, you know?
You should have got a selfie from back here.
Anyway, so I have this. I injured we'll wrap this up. I injured my lower back. I feel better, and but you know, if so many of you emailed me, there's nothing much you can do except rest, and I've been able to do that thanks to Alex and Tom and Shane and Hobie and Shannon and everyone over at the radio show for filling in. I know it's been a rough 6 weeks here. This one woman goes, "Are you dying? You've been sick a lot lately." But no, I appreciate everybody filling in and the producers who really have to work harder because of this nonsense. I greatly appreciate it. And thanks to all of you for continuing to watch the show. So, okay, we have Hot Dish. Let's get started. Here we go, everybody. I can only do a little bit of that.
A wee bit of stir. A wee bit.
I don't know if I can put my arm down.
Oh! There we go. All right, you made it. Yes, all right. Yes.
We start with a few late-night confessions from Matthew McConaughey. Here's the deal. He was a guest on Andy Cohen last night on Watch What Happens Live and talked about not getting Leo's role in Titanic, even though he thought he landed it. Look at this.
You auditioned for Titanic?
The audition went really well.
Really?
Well enough for when I left, I was being glad-handed and slapped on the back like, this is what we were looking for. You got it. Well enough where you get outside, you call your agent and go, "Oh, I nailed it. This is happening." They're all happy too. And then there was a rumor, and James Cameron started this rumor somehow, that I got the role and didn't do it. This is false.
I always knew, because it's always in that list of, hey, did you know this person was supposed to be this role? I always knew that he was supposed to be Leo, but I didn't know he basically had it, and then they gave it to Leo. So I can't, even young Matthew McConaughey, I can't imagine in the role of Jack.
No, running around that ship. All right, all right.
All right. The boat's sinking.
Hey, Rose, scoot on over on that door. Yeah. I don't think it'll work either.
Let's move. Can't you just
scoot over for a fella?
Can't you just scoot over a little bit? All right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Matthew wasn't done with the confessions during a round of Plead the Fifth. He confirmed another rumor about his dating life. Look at this.
First question. There was a rumor that you once went out with Janet Jackson. Can you confirm or deny, and how would you describe your relationship with her?
That's a good answer. And that's not the fifth. You got the answer from that, didn't you?
Did I? Oh, the answer is it didn't happen.
We went and had dinner.
You had dinner?
Yeah.
And that was it?
That was sort of it,
Yeah.
Well, he's pretty. She's pretty. You know what I mean? They're both, yes, I could see it.
What do you think they ate?
I don't know. Olive Garden.
Okay.
I don't know.
That'd be a good date.
Shrimp scampi. You know? Could you imagine if Matthew took Janet to Olive Garden, to the OG? I love the OG. Yeah.
Come on. They got a good salad here, Janet.
Yeah. Matthew and Anne Hathaway star in the new thriller Serenity. By the way, it's out today if you want to go see. We got to stay indoors. It's 40 below zero outside. Next in the dish, Conan O'Brien returned to late night this week with his revamped and shorter show over there on TBS. He said he's focusing on a faster pace. He's going to do shorter segments, and he's also changing up his wardrobe, which, believe me, which seems to be the main thing viewers are talking about. Look at this.
I was very interested to find out what people thought about some of the changes that we've made, you know?
Sure.
And so I go online, I'm looking, and a lot of nice things were said. The biggest thing that people were commenting on, my wardrobe change.
Yeah.
And the comment I kept seeing over and over again is, Conan looks relaxed now. Now! I've been doing this show for 25 years, and everybody in America thought I looked like an uptight
I like wearing a suit. No, Have you watched? Did you watch the new? And there's been 3
Not yet.
episodes. Oh, I gotta tell you,
Do you like it?
I do.
Okay.
I love Conan. I said this on his old show. I think Conan delivers the best monologue night after night. And I like this. I think it plays. Conan's really smart. I don't want to bore you. I don't want to get too inside baseball. But Conan is really trying to reinvent what it means to have a show in 2018. Oh, 2019. 2019, yeah. I've been doing that a lot lately. I don't know. Theraflu. But what does it mean to have a show? Because he's right. The majority of his audience isn't watching the show at 10 p.m. on TBS. What are they doing? They're watching it in clips on YouTube. So he's very smart to reformat the show. He's also doing a new podcast, which is great. And he does a segment. Speaking of YouTube, go on YouTube, subscribe to our show, and then go over to Conan. And he did it. Speaking of the Olive Garden, he did a segment where he takes his fancy. He has an associate producer who's very fancy and loves Italian food and only eats expensive, real Italian food. Conan takes him to the Olive Garden, and it's hysterical. Yeah, it's great.
I think one of my favorite things is I'm definitely one of those people that consumes a lot of my media on YouTube.
Yeah.
And so it's smart. That's what we're looking for. Why not give the people what they want?
That's right. And that's why we're on YouTube now. Yeah. Okay. Hey, we gotta go. We love when businesses have business meetings here, and they're not having a meeting now, but I mean, we want to welcome the good folks from Revive Salon and Spa in Apple Valley. They're up there. They're all going home with a case of wine after this. Woo! That's right. No. We don't have that budget. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay with us. Back in a moment. Good to be back. Still to come, prepare to be amazed. The world-famous champions of magic are in town, and the show's Mind Reader is ready to make our jaws drop live on air. Plus, he's a familiar face on HGTV and DIY. Jeff Devlin joins us in studio ahead of this weekend's home and remodeling show, and shh, don't tell him. We have a surprise for our audience. And we're celebrating the end of the week with one of our faves. Erin Campbell is back, ready to teach me and you simple techniques to put your cake decorating over the top. Get comfortable, grab another cup of coffee. Jason's show will be right back.
What's the first song you remember really like knowing, like the whole, like, and doing?
Vanilla Ice.
It's
Fantastic lyrics, though.
Really? Well, take us through them. Let's go through them, the lyrics. If you remember them. That's a pen. Yeah, that's it.
All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Daily and nightly, will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock the mic like a vandal. Light up the stage and wax a jump like a candle.
Wow. Chris Pine, everybody. Our late night rewind. Chris Pine on Kimmel last night. He also confirmed reports he'll be back in the Wonder Woman sequel, but didn't explain how his character returns. If you've seen the movie, you kind of get it. I don't want to ruin it if you haven't seen Wonder Woman. Well, welcome back, everybody. Michael Strahan is speaking out on his rip with former co-host and former friend Kelly Ripa. Joining us from New York to talk about that story more is one of the hosts of Page 6 TV. Everybody give it up for Carlos Greer. Hello, Carlos.
Jason, how are you doing?
Good, buddy.
Good morning.
Strahan talked to Time Magazine about his fallout with Ripa. What did he say?
Well, as we all remember, a couple of years ago when Michael Strahan, when he left live with Kelly Ripa and joined GMA, Kelly Ripa was blindsided. She was very upset about it. Well, he told Time Magazine that he has not spoken to her since, and that one of the biggest lessons that he learned from that is that you can't make someone like you.
Yeah. Well, that is the truth. So I would imagine, Carlos, wouldn't you? When he said he hasn't spoken to her in a while, I'm just reading between the lines. That probably means he hasn't spoken to her since his last day on the show.
That's a pretty good indication. I mean, this wasn't just some, I'm upset with you for a couple of hours type of thing. Kelly, she actually didn't go to work for about a week, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So she was very upset. She thought that she was treated unfairly, and so she did not take him leaving and joining GMA lightly.
No. Let's move on. Taylor Swift, she's winning a lawsuit against a New York real estate broker. What is it about? What's the lawsuit about?
Okay, so Taylor Swift, she has this humongous apartment downtown in Tribeca here in New York City. It's an $18 million pad. And so the real estate firm Douglas Elliman, they actually showed a rep from her firm. They showed her the pad and the blueprints, but it wasn't a formal deal. And so they sued her for $1.8 million. They were suing her for commission on the property. And she was like, no, I'm not paying you that because it wasn't a formal deal. It wasn't a formal agreement. She actually purchased the property without using the broker from the real estate firm. And so that's why they sued her, because they said that she purchased it without them being a part of it, even though they showed it to a rep from her team. And so, but the judge tossed it out, saying that it was an informal agreement and it wasn't a formal agreement.
Well, she has enough money. I'm sure she's fine. She'll be fine. Yeah. Finally, this will make the audience happy.
Well, they were suing her.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, finally, so the woman who wrote 50 Shades of Grey, she's writing another book. Is it a crossword book? Is it a maze book? What is it?
It's not a crossword book. It's another steamy novel, just like 50 Shades of Grey. So 50 Shades of Grey readers, they're going to be very happy. It promises to deliver all of the sensation that 50 Shades of Grey was. So it's going to be coming out, I believe, in a couple of months. Actually, it's coming out this year. In a couple of months, so 50 Shades of Grey readers will be very happy.
Well, yes. Carlos, you hear the audience. They're going to be first in line at Barnes & Noble, especially we have some ladies from Revive Salon and Spa. They're going to be there, really, yeah. Thanks, Carlos. Page 6 TV. Check your local listings, everybody, and follow them online. And Page 6 always has good dish. Just search for Page 6 on social media. And by the way, speaking of social media, I'm back, unless I, get eaten by a lion this weekend. We have tickets. I'm just kidding, audience. I'm not going to be, but we have tickets available for next week. If you want to come see us, just go to our Facebook page, click the ticket tab. You're in by 9:30, you're out by 11:15. Come see us next week. Still to come, Shane Wells is getting her cowboy on today. She joins us from the world's toughest rodeo, and we have a little surprise for Shane. And later, we're putting a world-famous illusionist and mind reader to the test. See him in action when we come back. Stay with us, everybody. Happy Friday. I'm Jace with America's favorite cowgirl, Shannon.
Yes.
That's right. Cowboys and Bulls are replacing hockey players in ice at the Xcel Energy Center this weekend.
Yes, the world's toughest rodeo rides into town today. And Shane Wells is live at the X today. Hey, Shane.
Got it. Hey, guys.
Now, Shane, before...
So, I know...
No. Shane, hold on a minute. Before we get started, I got some intelligence. I saw a note. I saw a newspaper clipping. You had some problems earlier this morning on the Fox 9 Morning News with the mechanical bull. We're looking at it now.
There we go.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. It was really hard.
Shane, what is going on?
Let me just say, it was very hard to control. I couldn't turn to him. He was an out-of-control horse.
Okay.
Yes.
Shane, it's not a real animal, Shane.
Just know that when you wanted to stop, like for whatever reason, and you'd put your foot down and you'd actually put it on the gas, which is why I kept like bucking myself back. So I don't think it's my calling. Mechanical horses, not my thing.
I just
it's not our new site.
No. I just want to say thank you. I needed that on my first day back. But anyway, take it away, Shane.
Okay, I just have to say too, Jason, it's very good to hear your voice.
Thank you,
We've missed
sweetie.
you, Shannon.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll get started now. We have some beautiful horses to show off, and we have a beautiful lady on top of them. This is Dusty Dickerson.
Hi.
She comes with her own horses, her own flame show, all sorts of tricks. Okay, first up, I'm going to jump in front of you. Tell us how you got started. How do you decide you're going to get up and stand on a horse and ride around?
So growing up, I was very involved in rodeo. My family owned a small rodeo company, and I grew up carrying the American flag and barrel racing, and I was also a competitive gymnast.
Okay.
So inadvertently, my parents created the perfect storm for a trick rider. When I was 8, we went to a dinner theater, and I saw Roman riding and trick riding for the first time, and I knew right then and there that's all I wanted to do. There was no talk of anything else. It was just that's exactly what I wanted to do, and I did my first show when I was 10, and here I am.
Here you are now, and you're going to be performing tonight here at the World's Toughest Rodeo.
Tonight
you're
and
going to show
tomorrow
us
night.
one trick, but what's something else we're not going to see right now that you are proud of? Can you describe one of your favorite stunts?
So what I'm getting ready to do is I'm going to jump the fire jump. And what you're not going to see a lot of is the complete camaraderie between me and these horses. We'll come out and we do a bunch of different maneuvers at high speeds. And I'm really proud of the relationship between me and them. And I feel like you'll see a little of that here, but you won't get to see all of it.
And you are barefoot.
I am barefoot. I'm one of the only Roman riders who does it bareback and barefoot.
You're just walking around out here barefoot. It's just something to see. Okay, so I think we're ready to see your trick. We are the
ready.
fire is getting lit. Jason, if we could get you some new branded merchandise that has its own firewall, I think you should consider that. Oh.
There we go.
Holy!
That's what we wait for.
And here she comes. Chip, is
Oh
that
my
a good
goodness.
spot?
Oh, I am so nervous.
Here we go. 2.
Ah!
Yeehaw! Yes! Wow! Look at her.
I wish this place was full of people. They clap for you.
Easy.
Oh,
Okay.
they're coming right at me.
Easy,
coming right at
boys.
me.
Good boys.
Okay.
Good
Wow.
boys.
Dusty, you're amazing.
Yes.
You're amazing. Thank
Jason,
you.
would you be willing to teach Jason how to do this? We'll get him out here, get him some sparkles.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Shane.
look, the horse said yes too. Jason, you're next.
Shane, only if I can wear that exact outfit.
Yes.
I think she'd let you borrow the outfit.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
If I wasn't in pain, I'd do that pose too. Thanks, Shane. Wow.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. At first, we were distracted by the outfit, and then she had all this amazing talent.
Well,
so I'm
I
just
got worried.
Oh, she's more than just beautiful.
I got worried. The flame, I was hoping that the outfit wasn't
I'm
flammable.
sure it's flame
I mean,
retardant.
yeah.
I'm sure it's flame retardant.
The world's toughest rodeo runs through tomorrow at the Excel Energy Center in St. Paul. Stay right there, everybody. Coming up, it is the perfect spot to get some ideas for your next home project. We're joined by HGTV and DIY host Jeff Devlin to talk about this weekend's home and remodeling show. We're going to ask him about the latest trends for your place. And later, you never know what will happen when she stops by. My buddy, Erin Campbell from Nadia Cakes, shares the secret to perfectly delicious cakes. What's the secret? She'll tell you. We'll be right back, everybody, on a horse. Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about our mid-40s. That's right. Woo, mid-40s. Oh, I'm over here. Hello. Our next guest has been renovating homes for more than 20 years, and for many of those years, he's been sharing his tips and ideas on the OTV. Jeff Devlin is the host of the DIY network show Stone House Revival, where he remodels old homes into modern spaces while also keeping the historic charm. This weekend, he's sharing his ideas at the very uber-popular Minneapolis Home and Remodeling Show inside US Bank Stadium. Audience, give it up for Jeff Devlin, everybody. Hi, buddy.
That was the best ever.
Thank you.
And I will say, how do you look so cool sitting at this desk?
I know.
It's your hand pose
it's
or
the
something
hand,
like that.
you
And
have to.
I feel like there's going to be an assignment soon with all
There
these
will
pencils.
be a little bit later. Jeff and I were talking about, you don't mind if I say your
No,
age.
please.
Jeff and I were in the commercial break, we're talking about our mid-40s. We didn't think the body was just going to fall apart in the 40s,
No,
Jeff.
you know what? It's funny. You wake up one day and you look back at your parents and you're like, well, my parents just were old and my kids look at me the same way now and I get irritated.
Yes!
I'm like, I'm not feeding you today. Screw that.
Yes!
I'm done.
You're fending for
I fed
yourself.
you yesterday.
Okay, let's talk. I'm always interested in trends. I'm obsessed with HGTV. I was just
That's a
watching.
good thing.
I was watching House Hunters yesterday, yelling at the people for the house they chose. But anyway, they made a dumb
Wow,
choice.
listen to these people. They're very opinionated out there.
Let me ask a general question with your expert opinion. Bottom line it. Biggest mistake people make in either in kitchen or bathroom models?
Planning. People do not want, everybody's like, man, they are tough out there.
I know.
Planning, because nobody wants the process of planning. They don't think through it. Like, it's easy to watch HGTV and DIY and get inspired and be like, I want that. But they don't go through, and I mean planning on a general scale, a big scale of like exactly where are things going to go? How do I live in this kitchen? How do I cook? All of that process, getting a design, picking out all the paint colors ahead of time, doing all of that, not ripping everything out, running to the home improvement store, coming back and be like, oh my God, I'm over my head. If you plan ahead of time, if you go through that process every single time, it'll be helpful. Get your designs, and which camera do you stare at?
Right there, 5.
Get your designs first. Think through your process. Work with a designer to get, because you see something, you like it, you want it, right? But honestly,
on vision boards. You put it on a vision board, Jeff. Yeah.
Yes, and I do the same thing. But the other thing is, like, everybody go through Pinterest later today. You'll see 7,000 things that are exactly what you think you might want. You need somebody to kind of help you with that process, to be like, look, I know this looks cool now, and you said trends. That's a tough one. Trends come and go by definition, correct?
Yeah.
They come and go. Shag carpeting was a trend, and thank gosh that went away. And it's actually kind of coming back, but not those hideous colors that
See, now
are
you
they
got their
being
attention.
told to do that?
Yeah. No.
It's so cool.
Well, let's be clear, Jeff.
Okay.
There's ladies from Revive Salon and Spa. They've been
Are we getting primped?
They went to a wine bar before they came here, so yeah.
When I was walking in, they were all smiling.
So at the show, what are we gonna get? What are you gonna do? You gonna jump through fire like our last guest, or what are you doing?
I saw that and I was
Wasn't
like,
that
oh my
crazy?
gosh, please go well.
I know.
So no, there will be no fire, but it's the interaction with people. And the one thing, I've had a lot of experience throughout the years. I've made a lot of mistakes, the truth is. And I've learned from those mistakes, not just on the job site, but also in the television side of things. So I just impart the wisdom that I know, how to hire the contractor, what to do, the process of planning, design, what it looks like. It's very difficult. I know, I caught it from you!
I'm not contagious anymore. You can't blame me. Yeah,
right. No. I saw the commercial where anyway.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where I just want to impart as much wisdom as I can on everybody, and it's a quick 3-step process of understanding your budget and being real with it. And it's also developing trust with your contractor. I know that's very hard. Television has kind of thrown most contractors under the bus, but at the end of the day, that's actually kind of scary.
Yeah,
it's like an M. Night Shyamalan movie or something.
Oh. What is the before we go, because you mentioned the word trend, we watch this HGTV. Oh, look, it's shiplap. Oh, look, it's this. What is the hot trend that drives you nuts or that you hate? Is it like stainless steel? Is it like open concept?
Yes.
If I hear open concept one more time on HGTV.
So it is. There we go. Honestly, the open concept thing does irk me a little bit, but I think we try, again, everybody has their own preferences to this. So it's very difficult when you're like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Trends will come and go. The large format tile to me is odd. I prefer wood floors. Quite honestly, I wouldn't put tile in most houses.
Yeah.
So
there we go.
I wouldn't put it in Minnesota because everything's so damn cold here, you'd freeze your feet.
Yeah.
But there's like...
That's a good one.
So the thing I always tell people is design is relative to the person that you're designing for. So regardless of trends, it matters to you. And in HGTV and DIY and all the different magazines out there, we see certain things and people are like, well, I want to put it in my house. No. Think about what it's going to be. Make sure that when you pick something, you're the one living in the house. Don't think about who's going to buy it next. Think about you. Make sure you live in it.
Be selfish. Jeff Devlin, everybody. See Jeff today at 4. And tomorrow at 1 and 4 at the Minneapolis Home and Remodeling Show inside US Bank Stadium. Tickets are $10 online, 12 at the door, so buy them online. But good news for our studio audience, they're all going home with the pair tickets to the Minneapolis Home and Remodeling Show. Congratulations. See, it pays to come here.
Yeah.
Telecom, a guest who can read our minds, the world-famous mentalist and mind reader from the Champions of Magic show is here. See if he can tap into what I'm thinking when we come back. Back after this. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. Need something to do this weekend? Well, show happening at the State Theater in downtown Minneapolis that will leave you speechless and wondering how the heck did they do that? It is the Champions of Magic Tour and features 5 illusionists, and they are all stars in their own right. Give it up for mastermind reader Alex and executive producer of the show, Alex. There we go, yeah. Alex Jarrett, executive producer. I will start with you. Explain, there's how many different acts? What are people specifically going to see?
So we've got 5 performers that we found around the world. They're some of the greatest magicians on the planet. We've got Young and Strange, who are our grand illusionists. They do the big sort of David Copperfield style stuff with pyrotechnics, spikes, fire, all that sort of stuff you're seeing on the screen. Kayla Drescher is our close-up magician from Los Angeles. She cut her teeth at the Magic Castle. You've seen her on Penn and Teller Fool Us. Fernando Velasco is our escape artist, all the way from Mexico. And this is our mastermind reader, Alex McAleer.
Well, and let me, before I get to, because I'm very concerned of what you're going to read my mind with, but this is a huge hit online. We were talking earlier about YouTube and how people consume 20 million views, some of these, right?
Yeah, it's actually about 30 now. It just keeps going up and up because the guys keep coming out with great tricks and people love to share this kind of content, so it just spreads far and wide.
Okay, Alex, let me turn to you. When did you have an idea? And is it illusionist or mind reader or both? What do you prefer to be called?
I guess both are technically accurate, but mind reader describes what I do. But it's not. I'm not psychic or anything like that. I don't have some special gift. It's skills and techniques that I've taught myself over the years to make it look like I can read minds, essentially.
When did you learn that you either had this gift? When did you learn that you either had this gift or you were interested in pursuing it?
I think for this particular style of magic and performing, when I was about 14 years old, so my mother passed away when I was 14 years old.
Okay.
And I got interested in psychology, you know, you kind of want to know about how you're feeling. And also I got interested in those TV shows where psychics claim to talk to the dead and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I wanted to find out, is that real? And you delve into it a bit and you discover, no, it's not. But there's these certain psychological tricks and techniques that people are using, and you can use magic techniques and suggestion. And I just became fascinated, and I was always a bit of a show-off, so I became a performer.
Okay, so let's do this. Would you mind?
I can try something. Yep.
Yeah. I'm sitting here, and we'll do this, and then we'll do the salon ladies. I'm just joking. No, we know what they're thinking. We know what they're thinking. Yeah. Okay, so what do I need to do? Do I just sit here? Or
you're absolutely fine. So I want to explain to people watching, we haven't set anything up, we haven't prearranged anything.
I literally met you 2 minutes ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. So here's what's going to happen. I have a little piece of card, and on here you're going to write the name of someone. So I want you to think of the name of your best friend from high school. So the first name of your best friend from high school.
Oh, that's a sweet memory. Okay.
Good. So just their first name. You're going to write down there. Just we've got some proof. Don't show the cameras yet, just in case I see on one of the monitors. Then fold it back up. So the writing's on the inside. Okay. We'll both look away just in case you think we're in cahoots. Let me know when you're done, though. Otherwise, we'll be facing
it's folded up and done.
Fantastic. I'm going to take this. Now, it's a thick piece of card. It's not like you can see through it.
No.
We're going to keep it safe in this envelope. Make sure there's nothing else in there. So
no, there's nothing else in there.
Switch it or swap it. I'll seal it like this, and we'll keep it under your mug right there, so you know it's safe.
Okay.
So whoever this person is, best friend from high school, you're going to keep repeating their name in your head over and over again for me, okay? Not out loud, because that'll make it a bit easy.
That would be and I almost said it out loud.
You did,
yeah,
yes.
I did.
Yeah. Good, so keep repeating it in your head slowly. So it's too fast, nice and slowly. Good. Could you think of a letter just somewhere in the middle of their name? Just one letter, somewhere in the middle, just to get me started. Stop freaking out. Okay, so this is...
No, I'm thinking of the letter.
Yeah, you thought of one, then you almost changed your mind.
I did.
There was either a J or a G. G, it's a G, don't give it away. There's a G, and there's an I as well, isn't there? Yes? Yes, there is, yeah. So just look at me for a second and say your own name out loud.
My name?
Yes, please.
Jason.
Jason, good. So say it again.
Jason.
Good. Now say your own name, but just in your head. Good, well done. Now say the name of your best friend from high school, but just in your head. What's that? Is that Angie? Is that right? Is that right?
Yes!
Yes! Can I check? Is that all right? Angie, there we go. Really was Angie. She wasn't playing along.
It was Angela. It's Angela Steele. Now it's Angela. Yes, and she was actually on our show. Yes, that's my best friend. Okay.
That's what I do, yeah.
Ow.
Yeah,
should not have done that.
Anyway.
Now, can you guys stick around a little bit for the end of the show? Yeah, circle the bar for 10 minutes. Give it up for Alex and Alex. The Champions of Magic is running now through the weekend at the State Theater. For ticket information, head to hennepintheatertrust.org. Go see the show, because that freaked me out. Still to come, stepping up your baking game, Erin Campbell from Nadia Cakes is here with the tricks to creating the perfect cake that will impress your family and friends. Maybe more than guessing your best friend from high school. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back to the Jason Show, now complete with Jason. No matter how old we are, odds are we all want to learn something new. I know I do after watching every season of the Great British Bake Off, or Great British Baking Show here in America. I've talked about my interest in really learning to bake big time. So why not learn from the best? Welcome back to our show, our friend and our star baker, Erin Campbell from Nadia Cakes, everybody. That's how you're going to be, FYI.
Okay.
FYI, executive producer Jeff and I have decided you will forever be known as our permanent star baker.
Oh my
You are our star baker, yes.
I even get an accent on that.
You get an accent.
Oh my gosh.
You have to when you talk about Great British Bake Off.
This is so true.
Okay, so tell me about these. Now, this isn't a joke about this. You're really doing classes.
Yeah, so we really do classes, and we've offered classes for a really long time, but people think that they are going to get stuck with one thing.
Yeah.
Like they think, okay, I read the description. It's going to be a buttercream white cake with colorful flowers on it. So we have all these fun colors. And they really don't think that they can customize it, but they absolutely can. So these are just a couple of different examples. Like right now we're running the Veggiode class through all.
And if you guys, Erin, quickly remind everyone why that cake is so important to your history. Yeah.
So if you haven't heard of the Veggio, you live underneath a rock.
Yeah.
Also, the Veggio is just one of those things that we vajazzle. And it's real nice.
Yeah.
We sell lots of them.
You sell lots of them.
We sell lots of them.
So now you can learn to make your own.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have that class for the general public, but then we also have people that are like, I want to learn how to stack a cake to where when I cut into it, it looks like I bought it from a bakery. And we're like, okay, we can do that. So that's why we have one of these tall cakes here. And I'm going to cut into that in a second.
Okay.
And then we also had some real fun kids classes that wanted to do little bears. And so Lauren took that idea and ran with it and made lumberjack. But we did the little bear class, and they love it.
Look at that. That is cute, Erin. That's really cute.
And these are just a couple examples of you come with an idea, we can teach you how to make it.
Okay.
So you don't have to come with any skills.
No, you can be just like fresh
You-
from the, yeah.
Yep, you come in, you don't need to bring anything, we provide everything.
Now, when we leave, can you
Yes.
guarantee that we'll be Mary Berry?
I will make sure that you are
Thank you.
very, very happy.
I don't want the soggy bottom. That's
No
right.
soggy
Yeah.
bottom.
Okay, so we're doing a little demo here.
We are. And so, first off, I'm getting a little squirrely. Where'd I put that knife? Here we go.
No, there's a knife.
So we're gonna show you, sorry, I
That's
won't
all right.
cut you.
That's all right.
We're gonna show you how we do this. And I kind of made a couple of pre-cuts here, so that's gonna be fine. But I just want you to see.
Because of the layering, people want to see good layers.
They do.
Look at that! Oh my, yeah.
So
people can, so you will teach people
Yes.
in one of the classes
Yes.
how to make this.
Yes.
Yeah. That is crazy.
Yes.
Okay.
And so what you're gonna notice in this, and that each layer has the same amount of frosting in between, and the cake is roughly the same size.
That's important.
That is super important.
I hear, yeah.
Yes. So what you want to make sure that you do is what a lot of people don't think they need to do is break out a ruler, when that's like one of the first things you should do.
Yeah.
Yes. You want to make sure that you knew that.
I only know
Totally.
that because of the Great British Bake Off. Yeah.
And so what you want is about 1 inch of cake and 1/2 inch worth of filling. And so that's each bite should be that. So you get a little 1/2 inch of filling, 1 inch of cake. And the best way to do that is to take this 3-inch tall cake, because we have 3-inch tall pans.
Okay.
And then we cut it into 3 1-inch rounds. And
okay.
it's really fun and easy. And the way that we get such a clean cut like this.
I was just going to ask. That's very
Yes,
clean.
It's super clean. We freeze them.
Oh.
And that's actually what, so people are like, oh my gosh, what makes Nadia cake so good? Well, of course, love.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That goes without saying. But also, we take our cakes directly out of the oven, piping hot. Steam's coming out. We cut them, we flip them onto saran wrap, we seal them up nice and tight, and it blows up like a balloon with steam. And then we put it in the freezer and it sucks it all back in. And so all that moisture that would normally just evaporate into thin air, you are going to be eating when you take that first bite of cake. And it doesn't take long.
That is fantastic.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and then you want to make sure that you have yourself a nice big tip. And I'm just going to kind of clear this off for a second so you can see it.
Yes.
So this is an open star tip. You people, it's the 50 Shades of Grey.
Erin, it's my first day back. I don't want to get fired.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Oh man, now I know why they're so excited for the new book.
You have like a minute left, a little under. Yeah.
So what you do is you just kind of use the width of the opening to judge how much frosting you should have, and you'll see that it's a nice even coating.
Yeah, and then you put
and then you just layer it, and that way, and you give it a little push.
Okay.
And you're gonna see, once I put this next layer on here, that it's completely even. And so then you just kind of take this and bada bing, and you'll see you have an inch of cake, half an inch of filling.
Frosting.
Yes. Yes.
And then you coat the whole thing, and then it looks like that.
And then you coat the whole thing, and bada bing, bada boom, TV magic.
Look, hey, we did it! There we go. Okay.
All right, and then once we get to this point, we start decorating. We get to make lots of flowers, and I would have you do it, but you just pulled your back.
I can't.
Yeah.
You know that's not a,
That's not a thing. Definitely not a thing.
Erin Campbell from Nadia Cakes, everybody. Check out Nadia Cakes at Maple Grove and the Woodbury. For more information on their classes, head to NadiaCakes.com. I am coming in to do one of these classes.
Yes, you should also come and just come make puff pastry with me. I'm serious.
Yes. When we come back, a final trick from our mind reader when we return. Stay with us, everybody. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Mind reader Alex from Champions of Magic is here with one more trick with an audience member. What's your name, audience member?
I'm Erin.
Hi, Erin. Are you scared?
Yep.
You should be. That's right. Okay, Alex, take it away.
Anyway, so hi, Erin. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So we haven't set anything up. We haven't prearranged anything. Nothing funny is going on. So you are going to read my mind, but I'll keep it simple and clean. Don't worry. So here we have a pack of cards. Do you play cards at all?
Yep.
Good. So you know the names of the suits, the values, that sort of stuff?
Yes.
Good. So in here is one card that I'm thinking of. Well, all the cards are here, but one of them is upside down, buried in here. That's the card you're going to guess. That's the card I'm thinking of. You're going to read my mind, okay? You look worried. Don't worry. I'll break it down. So I'll make it 50-50 to begin with. Do you think it's a red card or do you think it's a black card? What do you think it is, red or black?
Red.
Red. And you're happy with that? You don't want to change your mind at all?
Nope.
Good. So it can be a heart or a diamond then. So do you think it's a heart or do you think it's a diamond? What do you think it is?
Heart.
Heart. And you're happy with heart? You don't want to change your mind?
I'm good with the heart.
Good. You know your own mind. That's good. So get any heart card. Think of any heart card. Don't say it out loud yet, but get one heart card in your head.
Okay.
You got one? Yes. Good.
Yes.
I believe you.
Yep.
Okay. Trust me. Just trust me. Keep it a heart, but change it for a different one. Change it for a completely different heart card.
Okay.
Good. Okay. We'll go with that one. Mainly because I can't just keep asking you to change your mind. So
yeah, the show's over in like a minute.
I know. Yeah. So go ahead. Tell us what was the card that came to mind?
Jack of Hearts.
The Jack of Hearts. Okay. Out of interest, what was the? I'm trying to get this on camera. What was the first card that came to mind?
Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. So if that's not the Jack of Hearts, that is my fault because I got you to change your mind. Do you want to take it, turn it over, and take a little look?
Oh.
That would be the Jack of Hearts. Very good. Well done. We'll hit the casinos later. It'll go really well.
I'm real good at that.
I don't trust you.
You shouldn't.
Are you freaked a little bit?
Yes.
Like, we swear. Yeah. We did not meet him. Yeah. I swear on Oprah's life that we did not. Yeah,
No, I brought only girls.
It's a little weird, isn't it?
Yes. It's a little weird.
A little strange, yes. But we love it. Exciting. Come on, bring in Shannon and other Alex. Go see Alex this weekend at the State Theater. That's right. Hello. We're going to give tickets away, too. So, yeah. Oh, get over here. That was a little scary.
That's fantastic.
That's a little frightening.
I want to take you every place. When I go on a date, you can tell me if they're creepy and read their mind.
I think that might make you creepy then.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a gray area. It's a gray area.
By the way, everybody, again, I just want to say thanks to everybody that filled in over the week. Alex and Tom and Hobie and Shane and Shannon. I really appreciate it. And to all of you that have sent well wishes this week, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you're a kid that's being bullied and you're watching, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great day, everybody. Go see our friends at the